Nothing to plunder. Nothing there. Nothing there. Nothing to be had there. Yeah, so I was. But now I'm back, and I'm trying to prove that the dragons are really here. What are you doing that for? I work for Lord Hagen. With the help of the paladins, the dragons can be stopped. The paladins? Let me tell you something. After I managed to flee from here, I went to Khorinis. I wanted to warn the paladins about the dragons. Heaven knows why I even tried. That puffed up Lothar didn't even listen to me, and certainly didn't let me talk to Lord Hagen. Instead, they sent me back here with the expedition. So don't talk to me about paladins. The important thing is to stop the dragons as long as there's still time, no matter who helps us achieve that. Stop them? We should get our asses out of this valley as long as we still have time for that. Say, how did you manage to get across the pass? I thought that it was swarming with orcs. There's a path through the abandoned mine, which isn't held by orcs. That's good to know. Then I will head for Khorinis before long. I've got a few old accounts to settle there. Listen, I need this proof. Alright, if that's your mission, go talk to Commander Garan. If anyone knows anything about the dragon attacks, it'll be the boys in the castle. And while you're in the castle, you can tell Garan something that should interest him a lot. There are 4 chests of ore here in the back of the cave. Silvestro's people mine them. Garan is welcome to come and get them, but I won't be here then. How did you come by the ore? I was with Silvestro's group. We had been prospecting for several days when Silvestro suddenly became nervous. He said that we should take the ore to a safe place. Well, since I was planning to skedaddle anyway, I volunteered to hide the ore. And that was lucky for me, because the scrapers met with a few mine crawlers, and none of them survived. What about the 2 dead knights in front of your hideout? They met their doom during a fight with a group of snappers. Well, the Valley of Mines has its own rules. I told them so, but they wouldn't listen to me. What do I need to know about the valley? Since the fall of the barrier, a few things have changed around here. The orcs are now in charge. We humans are nothing but fodder for the true rulers of the valley, the dragons. Stay away from anything that is stronger than you, and avoid everything that resembles a dragon. Can you teach me something? Sure, what would you like to know? Nothing there. Nothing to be had there. Nothing there to be had there. Nothing to be had there. Nothing there. Nothing to be had there. Nothing there. Nothing there. Nothing there. Nothing there. Nothing to be had there. Nothing to be had there. Nothing to be had there. Nothing there. Nothing there. Nothing there. Nothing there. Nothing to be had there. Nothing to be had there. Nothing to plunder. Nothing there.
Hey, where do you come from? Have you just come from the castle?
Yes, I come from the castle. Why?
What's the situation there?
No better than here. The Orcs are still there, if that's what you mean.
Damn, you're not safe anywhere. I'll tell you something. If I weren't scared shitless, I'd just beat it out of here.
What are you doing here anyway?
I'm the general dog's body here. Schlep stuff around, keep an eye on the snappers. Bill got here, Bill got there. I should have just stayed home with my old lady. Wasn't any different there, but at least there was something decent to eat. Now I'm all that remains of the men-at-arms that were assigned to Fadgeth. How was I to know that this expedition wasn't gonna make it back? My pal Olaf made himself scarce. Maybe he pulled it off.
Who are you? And what are you doing here?
I'm traveling by order of Lord Hagen.
Then you should try to reach the castle. That's where Commander Garand is. He is the chief commander of this expedition.
Nothing to be had there. Nothing there. Nothing there. Nothing there. Nothing to be had there.
Don't say you didn't know that.
Look who has returned, our hero from the barrier.
Good to see you, Milton. You here again?
Again. After the barrier collapsed, I entered the Monastery of the Magicians of Fire. But once it was clear that the Paladins wanted to come here, my experience and knowledge of the place proved to be quite useful. So they decided then and there to entrust me with the holy mission of providing magical support to this expedition. Do you remember Gorn, Diego, and Lester?
It was just like you said.
Don't tell me you didn't know that.
Of course I remember the boys.
Well, Gorn and Diego didn't get far. They were picked up by the paladins here in the valley. Lester has vanished, though. I have no idea where he's hanging around.
I've met Lester. He's with Xardas now.
One bit of good news, at least. Well, I have nothing pleasant to report.
Nobody ever asks for my opinion.
Where are Gorn and Diego now?
Well, Gorn is sitting here in the dungeon because he resisted arrest. They assigned Diego to a troop of scrapers. Ask the paladin Parseval. He assembled the groups.
Let's go and free Gorn.
Well, the problem in this matter is that Gorn is a convicted prisoner. But if we're lucky, Garand will agree on a deal, and we can buy his freedom.
Yes, maybe.
Keep me in the picture.
So what is there to report?
The paladins came here with the intention of getting the magic ore, but with the dragon attacks and the orcs, I can't imagine the paladins will march out of here with the ore. No, Baianos. I feel the presence of something dark, something evil growing here. Something that emanates from this valley. We paid a high price for the annihilation of the Sleeper. The destruction of the barrier has ruined this place as well. We can all count ourselves lucky if we survive this.
I'm not touching that.
How much ore have you stored away so far?
How much ore? Not one chest. We haven't had contact with the scrapers for some time. It wouldn't amaze me if they were all long dead. We are being attacked by dragons and besieged by orcs. This expedition is a complete disaster.
What is your task here?
Originally, I was supposed to assay the magic ore, but we haven't seen much of that so far. Now I'm concentrating on the study of alchemy.
I've heard a thing or two.
I agree with you completely.
That's the first I've heard of it.
Hey, you train people?
Yeah, once those orcs, or even worse, the dragons attack again, every single hand will be needed.
Hey, you!
Can you? Sure. But besides your talent, you need a good weapon if you want to survive. Ask the knight Tandor. He'll take.
I don't believe it.
Hey! I want to
Is it really true?
Where did you pick that up?
Don't tell me you didn't know that.
I want to
You're very good.
You know what
There's nothing more I can teach you. Only a trained.
it can't go on like this forever.
I knew it. I knew that someone would succeed. Have you come over the pass? Our messenger managed to get through then.
No, your messenger didn't make it across the pass. I have come by order of Lord Hagen.
Accursed orcs. Well, Commander Garand will certainly want to speak to you. You'll find him in the large building guarded by 2 knights.
Where can I find gear here?
Tandor hands out the weapons. Engor, the steward, is responsible for everything else.
What about magic supplies?
We are equipped with spell scrolls. If you want some of them, let me know.
Who can teach me something here?
Ask Karoloth. He trains the boys in sword fighting. Maybe he'll teach you something too.
Show me your spell scrolls. Hey! Hey, you!
You were damn lucky when you came in. I very nearly shot you.
Then I guess I should be glad that you have such keen eyesight.
Save your breath. Talk to Sengrath if you want something.
Hey! How are things in the castle?
A few of the boys are practicing, but in principle, we're all just waiting for something to happen. This uncertainty is wearing us down. That's the strategy of those blasted orcs. They'll wait until our nerves are shot.
You came over the pipe.
What became of the unit?
We scouted the area and wanted to advance to the coast. We set up our camp in a cave. It was late at night when the orcs came. They charged us up the slope with torches and drums and discovered us. We tried to flee, but I was the only one who got through. Soon after that, the orcs erected their big palisade, and we pulled back into the castle.
Show me your wares.
Don't say you didn't know that. I already thought as much.
That's been known a long time.
Don't say you didn't know that.
I never knew that.
It can't go on like this forever.
Hey!
Damn it. What's up?
Hey, how are you?
How do you think I'm doing? I spend the whole day at the grindstone sharpening blades. And yesterday, Engor shortened our rations again. If it goes on like this, we're all gonna starve, or we'll all be killed by orcs. Not a pleasant prospect.
Who is Engor?
Engor manages the provisions and shares out the rations. And they get smaller every week. Sure, you can bargain with him, but only for cold, hard cash.
And you can't afford that?
The most I can get for the lousy pay we collect is a couple of turnips.
Where can I find this Engor?
In the knight's house. Just go through the open entryway next to the smithy.
What do you want?
I know a thing or two about forging.
Fine. So what?
Can I use your smithy?
I've got a lot to do. We'll only be in each other's way. Just wait until it gets dark. Then Parlif and I will hit the sack and you can work undisturbed.
Could you make a weapon for me?
I don't have time for that. Tandor hands out the weapons, I just make them. And Parlif sharpens them.
How's work?
I forge the weapons for the castle knights. Since we've been here, I've been fully occupied making new weapons. And we'll need them too. We'll show these damned orcs how sharp our blades are. Hey, Parlif, make those blades nice and sharp. Orcs are damn tough creatures. So you already know the basics. I can show you how to improve your work. Then you'll be in a position to make better weapons.
Show me how I can forge a good sword.
Make sure that the steel glows evenly all around, so that you get an even blade afterwards. If you keep that in mind, the blades you forge will be harder and sharper. This is all you need to know. If you're looking for steel here in the castle, talk to Engor.
How? Damn it. I'll never get this open without the right key. Hey, you!
Ah, so you're the guy who made it across the pass.
Yes.
Great. I'm Angor. I manage this expedition. Just don't get the idea that I give anything away for free. But if there's gold in your pockets, I'm always willing to cut a little deal.
You're the one who deals out the rations, or so I've heard.
That's right. Why? Should I feed you now too? If there's anything you want, you'll pay for it, just like everyone else.
Maybe I can help you with your work.
Sure, why not? I could use some help.
So, what needs to be done?
Our food supplies are low. Above all, we're almost out of meat. So if you could get us some meat, raw or cooked, ham or sausages, that would be much appreciated. How about it? Will you help us?
Don't worry, I'll get you some meat.
About 24 chunks of meat would help me feed quite a few hungry mouths. Come back when you have the meat. I need to get back to my work now. Get out of here! Yeah, get away from here!
You haven't seen the last of me!
It was just like you said.
I'm no better off myself.
I can't believe it. He listened to the wrong people. I'm not touching that. In us enlightens all those who recognize his wisdom. I'm not touching that. You really believe that? My own opinion. I already thought as much.
What's your task here?
My job? Training the lads. I teach them how to get muscles of steel. I also take care of the prisoners. I'm like a damn father to those bastards. But my real art is to get them to talk. And believe me, I have ways to make anyone talk.
Sounds awfully nice.
But those flea-infested blockheads we have currently locked up don't have much to say anyway, and they won't let me deal with that Gorn.
Could you train me?
Sure, I can help you become stronger, but I don't give anything away for free.
How much do you want?
You run around outside the castle, don't you? Here's what I suggest. My assistant Den made himself scarce during the last attack. What a quitter. But he didn't run for it empty-handed. He took the contents of our cash box with him.
What cash box?
We have this chest where we keep the stuff we have, collected over the course of time. And that was a tidy sum. The chest contained 200 gold pieces along with some precious jewelry. If you bring me back the gold, you can keep the jewels and I'll train you.
Do you know where Den was headed?
As far away from here as possible. I guess he might have tried to get through the pass.
Thanks, that's very helpful.
Well, what can I say? I have no idea where he went.
That was obvious.
It was just like you said.
I've got something for you.
Excellent. I'll train you if you like.
I hardly know what to believe.
It's a bad business.
Anything new?
Everything seems quiet. No new prisoners. Nobody who needs help finding the right words. Too bad.
Can't go on like this forever. I can't believe
it.
Stop! Who are you? The question where I come from is much more important. I came across the pass. So, are you going to stop me now, or can I go in?
Well, I couldn't know that. Of course you're allowed in.
But he knew that all along.
Would it ever change?
Where did you pick that up then?
Thief! Just you wait! Guards!
Just beat it.
Guards! Yes! Run as fast as you can!
It can't go on like this forever.
Would it ever change?
I hardly know what to believe anymore.
Just beat it.
Get out of here! Then I'll have to knock you out of here.
Just beat it.
Yeah, beat it!
Guards! Alarm! Alarm!
God, a fight.
Guards!
Alarm!
Alarm! You haven't seen the last of me!
Alarm!
Alarm!
I'll get you!
I'll get you yet.
Alarm!
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 Hey, you!
So you're the one who made trouble here in the castle. Rumor has it that you've been filching stuff around here. You're not you should be
How much?
50 gold pieces.
Hey, you!
Where do you come from? You aren't one of the scrapers, and you aren't one of my people. Well?
I've come across the pass.
Over the pass? You actually got through? By Innos, I have to ask myself why a mercenary would take all that on himself. What are you doing here?
I come from Lord Hagen. He wants me to bring him proof of the presence of the dragons.
And you've just come here to get it and disappear again?
Well, that's what I had in mind.
So he wants proof. He can have it. But I can't send you back to Lord Hagen without giving him information about the ore. Listen, Lord Hagen absolutely must learn what the situation is here, and how much ore we've mined up to now.
All right. What do you want me to do for you?
I've got 3 units of scrapers out there, but they haven't sent me a single nugget. Visit the mining sites and report back to me how much ore they have stored. Then I'll write you a letter that you are going to take back to Lord Hagen.
Oh, well, I guess I have no choice. About Silvestro's mining site.
Did you go see him? Did you talk to him?
Everyone's dead there. They were surprised by mine crawlers.
What about the ore? Do you know how much they've mined?
They managed to secure a few chests first. They're in a cave, along the path from the castle to the mining site.
Damn! Those were a lot of good men. May Innos have mercy on their souls.
I've met Marcos.
And? What does he have to report? How much ore does he have for us?
4 chests. He's left the mining site to take the ore to safety. Now he's guarding the chests in a small valley behind the lines of orcs. He's asking for reinforcements, however.
What? Only 4 chests, and he left his mining site? Damn! That isn't good. And now he wants more men? Well, fine. I'll send him 2 people.
Where can I find the mining sites?
Here, take this map. It shows the 2 areas where the mining sites are located. If you have any more questions...
How much will you pay me for the job?
I'm not used to haggling with mercenaries. Well, I guess I have no choice. I'll pay you 500 gold pieces if you take care of this mission for me.
But why me, of all people?
Because you know a way to get through the lines of orcs. My boys would be hopelessly lost out there. You, on the other hand, have managed to get through once already. That makes you the best man for this job.
I want you to let Gorn go.
I can't let him go. He has committed many crimes and they must be atoned for.
Can I pay his penalty?
That might be a possibility, but certainly not a cheap one. I want 1,000 gold pieces for Gorn.
That's a lot of gold.
Gorn also has much to answer for. Bring me the gold, and I'll set Gorn free.
I want to buy Gorn's freedom.
Agreed. You can go to Gerald and tell him to release Gorn on my orders.
Hey, you... How's...
Now I'm only waiting for news about the last mining site, and I hope it's good news.
What's your task?
I'm a strategic officer of the king, and I currently answer to the Honorable Commander Garand. We are the last of the paladins here in the castle. All the others have left or fallen. It is now our responsibility to bring a good end to this expedition, and that we shall do. By Enos, that we shall do.
I have a message for you.
What is it?
Your brother is dead. He got as far as the pass.
My brother? Enos put me to a severe test, but he died as his servant. This news is like an arrow which pierces my heart. I shall seek new strength in prayer.
How's the situation?
You need to find all scrapers, plus the ore. Then, we will figure out how we can leave this valley.
Which group of scrapers did Diego go with?
This convict, Diego? He's with Paladin Silvestro's group.
What can you tell me about the scrapers?
I assembled the three groups. Marcos, Fajeth, and Silvestro are the paladins who each lead a group. Marcos's group set out in the direction of an old mine, led by an old digger named Grimes. The other two groups set out together. Jurgen, one of our scouts, has reported that they set up camp near a large tower.
How's the situation?
The camp is surrounded by orcs. They've really dug themselves in. But even more alarming are the attacks by the dragons. They have destroyed the entire outer ring by now. Another dragon attack, and we'll take heavy losses.
How many dragons are there?
We don't know how many there are all in all, but it's more than one. But that isn't all. The whole Valley of Mines is full of evil creatures that support the dragons. Let's not kid ourselves. Without reinforcements from outside, our chances of getting out of here alive are slim. Everything...
Do you know how to get to the mining sites?
There's no safe way into that valley. But it seems to make sense to me not to take the direct route. Keep away from the orcs and the woods. And may Innos protect you.
Hey!
I have to feel sorry for the poor guy.
Been there, done that.
That'll only cause more trouble.
I couldn't get away with that.
It was quite obvious. Already know what I think.
Just beat it. Just beat it.
That's nothing new.
I couldn't get away with that.
Out! Just beat it.
That'll only cause more trouble.
Innos deals out fair.
Out! Just beat it.
I always act in the name of Enos.
Innos deals out fair punishment.
It's better to watch out who you tell what.
Change.
Those are all just rumors.
You really should have known better.
Out! Just beat it.
I couldn't care less.
Get your hands off that!
What did you want in here, huh?
Those are all just rumors.
Secret.
Why haven't I heard about this before?
That will never.
You haven't seen the last...
Can't rely on that.
You don't have to ask me that.
Only innocent. That was no big deal.
You have to feel sorry for the poor guy.
Stay out of it.
Nobody ever asks me.
I used to say that myself.
Why haven't I heard about this before?
I used to say that myself.
You don't have to ask me that.
He thinks it's as easy as that.
So what was your business in there, huh? Stop right there, you lowlife! You haven't seen the last of me!
You in there again.
And never let me catch you in there again.
Don't say you didn't know that.
That'll only cause more trouble. Let's wait and see what happens.
I knew that would be a problem.
Set Gorn free. That's an order from Commander Garand.
I've already been informed. Here's the key. You can go in.
I knew that would be a problem.
What are you guarding?
The prisoner.
And who?
Nobody ever asks me. You have to feel sorry.
Enough of this lounging about. You're free.
It's about time somebody got me out of here. I certainly hadn't expected it to be you, though. It's damn good to see you.
Garand says you eat too much and he can no longer afford to feed you.
Now that you mention it, I could kill a couple of beers. Let's get out of here. I've seen enough of this cell. Wait, I've still got something here that you can really use. I found this armor here in the cell. Some prisoner must have hidden it here. It's too small for me, but it might fit you.
Thanks. I'll see you with Milton.
Sure thing.
Hey, you! Here, I bought you something.
Great. You brought enough meat. That'll do for a while. But don't get the idea that I'll give you anything for free now.
Hey, you! Nothing to be had there. Nothing there. Nothing there. Nothing to plunder. Nothing there. Nothing there. Nothing to plunder. Nothing to be had there. 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 Nothing there. Nothing to plunder. Nothing to be had there. Nothing there. Nothing to be had there. Nothing there. Nothing to be had there. Nothing there. Nothing there. Nothing there. Nothing there. Nothing to be had there. Nothing to be had there. Nothing there. Nothing to be had there, nothing there to plunder. Nothing there. Nothing there.
How's it going?
Brave of you to come here. You got lost, huh?
What are you doing up here?
I'm here to make money.
Here, in the middle of nowhere?
I'm a hunter. I specialize in difficult cases. Fire lizards, mine crawlers, dragon snappers, anything nobody else will hunt. That brings in the money.
That's some armor you're wearing.
Yeah, hard to get. It's made of mine crawler plates. A guy named Wolf made it for me. I used to be a convict here in the colony. Gave him a couple of mine crawler plates, and a few days later the thing was finished. The guy's okay.
What is there to see here?
A bunch of fire lizards, orcs, and I don't know what else. I haven't been farther up on the high plain. I'd advise you against trying it. The things that live up there don't sound too friendly.
got dragons too?
Ask me again later, when you're ready for something like that, okay? Why not? You cut a file as...
I've freed Gorn.
Good. Then we should think about what happens next.
What are your plans?
I shall return. I will wait for a while, but now that Gorn is free, I can leave with him. It is more than necessary that Pyrokar learns of the situation here.
If you think so.
I hope that Lord Hagen will recognize the threat that emanates from this valley. Not to think of what will happen if the Orcs come over the pass.
Well then, have a safe trip.
Listen, I've loafed around here long enough. It's time I saw something other than this valley. How did you get over the pass?
There's a path through the abandoned mine.
Good. I'll wait for the right moment and then I'm out of here.
Then go to Onar's farm. Lee and his boys are there. He needs good men such as you.
I'll do that. I'll go check out how they're doing there.
We'll meet again.
You can count on it.
No one must violate the divine.
I don't know why he gets...
Hey, you! Nothing there. Nothing there. Nothing there. Nothing to be had there.
Where do you come from?
I'm here on behalf of Garand.
Very good. I can certainly use new men.
I am not here to assist you.
No? Then why did you come?
My mission is to find out how much ore you have mined so far.
Listen, I don't know why Goran sent me a mercenary, but he must have a reason. But before I send you back, you will carry out a mission for me.
Everything has its price. If you can pay me, I might consider it.
I am not accustomed to doing business with mercenaries. I hate haggling for a better price. But as a token of my goodwill, I'll pay you 100 gold pieces if you work for me. Do we have an agreement?
What can I do for you?
For days, a horde of snappers has been roaming around our camp. Looks like they're just waiting for a good opportunity to attack. I don't know what they're waiting for. But as long as they're here, there's no peace to be had in the camp. That Ved, above all the rest, is scared out of his mind. And driving the other convicts crazy. So who should I send? Bilgot? Ha! He's a wreck too. And Tengron? Sure, he can fight, but he lacks the necessary guile. The only one who can do it is you. I want you to hunt down those damn beasts and kill them.
I found Olaf.
Now what's he up to?
He's dead. The wolves ate him.
Oh, damn. I hope that at least I'll manage to get out of here.
What do you know about the snappers?
Why do you want to know that? And don't tell me you're just curious.
I'm going to hunt those snappers.
That's crazy. I've watched them. Those are bloodthirsty beasts.
Then tell me what you know about them.
Yeah, I can help you, but only under one condition.
What do you want?
If you manage to kill the snappers, you have to get me out of here. I can't take it here much longer. Have you talked to Fed? The guy is wrecked, and I don't want to end up like him.
Tell me what you know, then I'll get you out of here.
I knew I could count on you, so pay attention. I've watched the snappers for quite a while. They're very cunning, and they have a kind of communication, but they never go alone and attack only in a pack. But there's something else. There's a lizard among them that's different. It rarely shows up, but I've seen it. The other beasts bow when they go past it, but they always keep it in sight as they do so. As long as that one doesn't move, no lizard in its vicinity will.
Where can I find that bloody beast?
I saw it by the steps of the old watchtower.
Fine. I think I understand. Thank you.
Remember, you gave me your word.
May Inas be with you. Do you bring news from the castle? Are reinforcements coming soon?
I haven't come to bring news, but to get news.
Then speak to Fajeth. He's in command here, but if you have news from the castle, then let me know.
How's your situation here?
We're surrounded by monsters, and have hardly mined any ore so far. Plus, we've lost a lot of good men. I don't know how long we can hold out, but we won't give up.
About the news.
Yeah. What's the situation in the castle?
It's still besieged by the Orcs, and also still open to the dragons' attacks.
Oh, damn. I hope the boys will hold out. Listen, a friend of mine is in the castle. His name is Udar, and we've known each other a long time and fought a lot of battles side by side. I want you to take him this ring. He's to keep it safe for me. Tell him I'll get it when I come back.
No problem. When I get to the castle, I will give the ring to Udar.
Good. The magic of the ring will give Udar new strength. Hey, and tell him that I'll get it back from him.
Hey, you! I killed the leader of the pack.
Good. Without a leader, they're only half as dangerous. I don't think they'll attack us anymore. Here is your gold, as agreed.
Tell me how much ore you've mined so far.
Report to Garand that so far we've only been able to mine 2 chests of ore. I've already taken too many losses thanks to the constant attacks. If Garand can send me more men, then we can mine more ore.
I see. I'll let him know.
Good. Then the rest is up to you. We'll hold the position here for as long as we can.
Hey! Hey!
Dirty thief, just wait.
Hey, you! Here, I'll bring you Tengrand's ring. It's supposed to protect you. Tengrand says he'll come and get it once he's back.
What? Do you know what ring that is? He got that ring as an award for his courage in battle. You say he wants to get it back. If it's the will of Innos, he is going to. If it's the will of Innos.
Don't tell me you didn't know that.
Some don't I wouldn't be so sure. I've got no time for things like that.
I wouldn't do that.
Hey, you!
I couldn't get away with that.
I talked to Fayeth.
What has he got to tell me?
His people have mined 2 chests of ore.
That isn't true.
2 chests? I don't need 2 chests. I need 200!
He wants me to tell you that he needs more men.
What? I'm supposed to send even more men to certain death? He can forget it! Damn! What's going on out there? Has Beliar himself come to wipe us out? My men are almost all dead, and with the bit of ore we have, we can't even stop one orc, let alone an army! This expedition is doomed to failure.
What about the letter for Lord Hagen?
We have 10 crates of ore on the whole, and we've lost twice as many good men. You shall have your letter. Lord Hagen must hear of this. This valley is cursed. Evil abides here.
Don't have to ask me that.
What about my pay?
Oh yes, right. I still owe you some gold. Here's your reward.
What are you planning to do now?
I've tried everything. You're my only hope now. You and that Lord Hagen will send me reinforcements. We'll continue to stand firm and pray to Innos that he won't leave us despondent in this dark hour.
Who you tell what?
As if I didn't have enough work.
I don't know why he gets so worked up.
Is it really true?
things, we're off. I'm ready.
Let's go together.
To the pass? Why not? You go first. You've only just come from there. But don't even think about going too close to the castle or to the Orc wall. Also, we need to avoid all fortified camps of the Paladins. I have just escaped from one, and I don't intend to go back toiling in one of the mines. And it goes without saying that we're not going near any dragons. Let me know when you're ready.
Come with me.
All right.
Nothing to plunder. One less monster around. One less monster! Nothing to be had there. Nothing to be had there. Nothing to be had there. One less monster around. Nothing to be had there. Nothing to be had there. last monster around. One dirty beast less. There we are. Now hit the road. This area is hot. Thank you. Don't get yourself eaten. That'd be a pity. Farewell. Nothing to be had there. Nothing there. Right, here we are. I shall go the rest of the way by myself. I have a few things to take care of before I can return to Khorinis. Thank you, my friend. I'll see you in town.
Hey, you're finally back. You have to go see Xardas right away. There's a problem.
That I certainly believe.
All hell's broken loose since you left. Talk to Xardas. He's waiting for you. Xardas gave me this rune for you. It'll help you get to him faster. We'll meet again there.
Has Pardos come back?
Yes. He's inside, resting. Thanks for everything you...
Never mind.
Wait, I'd love to give you a reward, but I haven't got...
Forget it. The militia are gone, and Balthazar can use your land again.
Why?
Because I said so.
All right. Whatever you say. Let him find a place for his beasts somewhere behind the field.
How's the situation?
Malik has disappeared and taken everything and everybody who would work for me with him. He said he was headed for the mountains. He couldn't stand it here anymore. The hordes of monsters pouring out of the pass every day into the high pastures are really getting to me. If at least I had a few helpers or mercenaries. There was even one who was willing to work for me. Changed his mind, though. I think his name was Wolf.
Alright, so much for you, filthy beast. Nothing there. Leave me alone, you. Wait until Lee gets wind of this. Nothing bad there. Hey. What was that? So there is a... That will never change. He really should have known better. That was no big deal. That's been known a long time. I couldn't care less. It's all just gossip. I'm staying out of it. Never change. What does he know about me? He would have thought that himself. If I could tell you... I couldn't care less. Do you really believe that? Things would have turned out differently if it hadn't been for us. Nothing makes it me anymore. That was no big deal. He really should have known better. Nobody wanted anything from me. There's more, believe me. Yeah, he really said that. And there's more, believe me. Until he didn't know that. I couldn't care less. I'll tell you anything you. I couldn't care less. That's no secret. Things would have turned out differently if it hadn't been for us. That's been known a long time. The things I could tell you. Listen to the wrong people. There's more, believe me. Listen to the wrong people. Who thinks that you mean
I've explored the unknown part of the island.
And what did you find?
It was all about a mighty artifact, the Claw of Beliar.
The Claw of Beliar? Where is it now? Do you have it on you?
Yes, here it is.
How very interesting. This weapon can be of great use to us, but it is also extremely dangerous. Take good care of yourself, and above all, don't lose it.
I'm back from the Valley of Mines.
High time, too. What did you see?
You were right. The land's been overrun by an entire army of the enemy. Orcs are besieging the castle, and dragons have laid whole areas to waste. It won't be long before they attack Khorinis, if I'm not mistaken. Lester said you wanted to see me at once. What the hell has happened here in the meantime?
The enemy has learned who you really are, and that you're planning to get hold of the Eye of Enos. He has recognized the threat. It has forced him to leave his cover and openly attack. The game of hide and seek is over. Yesterday, nobody knew what the enemy's attack would look like. Now it has become only too obvious.
I finally got the proof that Lord Hagen demanded of me.
What proof is that?
I received a letter from Garand, the commander of the Paladins in the Valley of Mines. In it, he asks for reinforcements.
That should be enough to convince that militant warhorse. Well done.
I was attacked by magicians in black robes.
The enemy has many faces. The Seekers are one of them. They're really the ones who prepare the ground for the enemy. They have taken up their positions in strategic places and are now only waiting for an opportunity to spring the trap. Stay out of their way. They are very powerful magical beings, and they will try to deter you at any cost.
What will be the next step now?
Go and bring Lord Hagen the letter from Garand, so that he may grant you access to the Eye of Enos. Then go to the monastery and talk to Pyrokar. He must give you the eye. Nothing is more important than getting this artifact away to safety. Go now before it's too late. The enemy will also try to lay his hands on it.
Nothing to be had there. Nothing there. Nothing to be had there.
How's your farm?
I can't stand it anymore. All of a sudden, these fellows in black hoods showed up and posted themselves on the road, and on my farm. I'm falling apart here.
Have you talked to the men in black?
Sure. There was no way to prevent it. I think they're looking for someone.
Why don't you do anything about those black robes?
Well, I'd surely love to, but I saw how they burned one of the townspeople alive. Just like that. Why should I risk my life?
Oh. Watch it.
I'll try.
Hey! Any new developments in the last few days?
Just go down the path to the city. If you run into a fellow with a black robe, then you'll know what's new.
How?
As if that would interest you at all.
My problems? What would you know about that?
You filthy mercenaries only think of one thing. How do I get other people's money into my pocket?
What's your problem?
I blame that moonshine rotgut. Vino palmed off on me a few weeks ago. I can hardly remember anything at all, man. I only know that my walking stick has been missing since then.
And that's what you're raising such a ruckus for?
That's easy for you to say. It doesn't belong to you.
I think this walking stick belongs to you.
That's terrific.
Just a moment. First, you pay for it.
But I don't have much.
Then think of something else.
Okay, how about this? Yesterday I saw some bandits run past with a few bags of gold. If I tell you where they keep their booty, can I have my walking stick back?
All right.
Okay. You just go west to that piece of woods over there. You'll find a ravine there. You should find something in the cave there.
Wait a minute.
Hey! And how's it going for you?
Those black-hooded bastards are everywhere. Someone ought to stuff their hoods down their throats.
Nothing there, nothing to be had there. Nothing there, plunder.
What? I only wanted to take a look at you. Looks like you got money. You can go in.
There you are again. Have you heard news of my buddy William then?
He's dead.
Yeah, that's what I'd been expecting. Thanks for coming back here to tell me. I'll go down to the tavern and drink up his share of our last catch. That's what he would have wanted.
I know why the Paladins are here.
Really? Tell me.
The Paladins are here to get the magical ore from the Valley of Mines, not because they expect the Orcs to attack the city. As soon as they've got the ore, they're going to return to the mainland.
Thanks for the information. The way it looks, we have all the time in the world for building our ship.
What's going on at the harbor?
Look around for yourself. There's nothing going on here.
And how's it going now?
Monty is back. He's busy studying the plans. Maybe we can get the ship done now.
Only in us decides what's right.
Who said that? That was obvious. I already thought as much.
For all your stuff, 500
It was just like...
we've...
I'm not touching that. Those are all just rumors.
These are bad times.
Hey!
That's terrible.
Here's your aquamarine ring. Good for you. I thought you'd lost it. About those... I've been able to rescue some of the missing people.
I knew you'd succeed. Then I can finally go about my own business.
That's terrible.
Any news?
You could say so. The Paladins have arrested Bennett, our smith.
Can't keep anything to
How did that happen?
Bennett went to town to buy supplies. Well, he never came back. If you want to learn more, you should ask Hodges. He was in the city with Bennett.
Don't tell me stuff. Honestly, I realized it myself.
What about Bennett, the blacksmith?
You mean the mercenary? He is sitting in jail where he belongs.
Can I talk to him?
Certainly. Just go in. But if you try to help him escape, you will be in for it.
I was in the Valley of Mines and saw the dragons. I have a letter from Commander Garand that confirms everything I said.
That'll interest Lord Hagen. You had better go directly to him.
I've been able to rescue some of the missing people.
How many people did you find?
All those who were still alive.
All? That was a grand deed.
You haven't come to get your buddy out of here, have you? Forget it. As soon as I raise the alarm, the boys will be here in an instant. And then, we'll have us some minced mercenary.
How come you're in the slammer?
Those swine have thrown me in the hole. I'm supposed to have murdered a paladin. But I didn't do it. They're only trying to frame me.
Why would they do that?
How would I know? You've got to get me out of here. Talk to Lord Hagen. Tear down the wall. Who cares? Just do something.
What happened?
I went downtown with Hodges to buy some supplies for our boys. Suddenly, we heard a loud scream and the sound of running feet.
Get to the point.
We knew at once that something had happened and that they would grab us at once if they saw us there. We ran like hell, then just before we got to the city gate, I tripped and sprained my ankle. The rest is soon told. The militia was on me at once and they threw me straight into this hole.
Who was murdered?
I have no idea. One of the paladins. I don't know them.
Have you got a name?
Some Lothar, I think. Well, I don't know. I'm not really sure. You had better ask Lord Hagen. He knows all the details.
Do they have any evidence against you?
They say they have a witness who recognized me.
Well, do you know who the witness is?
No, all I know is that he's lying.
Who's leading the investigation?
Lord Hagen himself. Since the victim was one of the paladins, this falls under martial law.
What does that mean?
That's easy to guess. If I don't get out of here, they're going to let me swing without further ado. You've got to help me or there'll be a war. Lee's not going to take this lying down. You can figure out for yourself what that means.
Hear ye, inhabitants of Khorinis.
What about...
You mean the mercenary?
Can I talk... Hey, you! What's behind that locked door?
Behind that is the chest of the master lockpicker. Fingers. He put such an unbelievably complicated lock on it that, till now, no one has been able to open it. Unfortunately, he got nabbed. They tossed him through the barrier, where he probably died. But if you want to try opening the chest, here's the key to the room.
I've got a sextant for you.
Incredible. You actually managed to find one. Here, you've really earned your pay.
inhabitants of Khorinis, by the explicit order of the Honorable Lord Hagen, the following decree is hereby enacted. The mercenary Smith Bennett, who treacherously murdered the paladin Lothar, has been condemned in the name of Innos. The sentence is death by hanging. The execution will take place in a few days.
Hey! I managed to open the chest.
That's impossible. It looks like we've got a new master lockpicker. Congratulations on this accomplishment.
Can you make me a...
Yes.
How much?
For a
Tell me about...
All right, son of knowledge. You shall force what is nobody's destiny but yours. Through fire and snow, through ice and flames, men in foreign armor, a swamp, lizards, they await you. That's all. There's nothing more I can see.
Nothing could exist at all. No light and no darkness.
I was at your hut in the Valley of Mines.
And
so it's still standing?
he set
Yes,
himself
and I also
between
know
his
what you wanted
brothers
there.
In order to
Did you find it?
reconcile their
If you mean your
dispute.
pouch with the lumps of
And
ore.
he did
Yes,
not
I have it.
succeed.
You're a fox. You know that. What else could you have wanted in that
There,
old shack?
where Addon
There isn't
stood,
anything
was a
else.
place in
Do you
which
have it with you?
Enos and
I'll give you
Beliar
100
had
gold
no
coins for it.
power.
Sure. Why did you leave it there in the first place?
I had no idea that
ore was so valuable here in Khorinis. For one measly piece of ore, you couldn't get so much as a place to sleep back in the penal colony, in the harbor city. They'll practically bash your skull in
And
if
the
they find out
sea
you have ore on you.
released the land, and there arose all
Give me
creatures,
100 gold
trees
coins,
as
and I'll
well
give
as
you your ore
animals,
back.
wolves
Deal.
as
Here you
well
go.
as sheep.
You're a real friend.
Last of all,
Thanks a lot.
arose the human, and Adonos was pleased with what had arisen. He delighted in all the beings' equals. But so great was the wrath of Beliar.
Hey, you look completely flabbergasted. You thought I had bought it, didn't you? I was unconscious for quite some time, but as you can see, I'm still alive. The most important thing is that we're both here now. You've got to help me.
He doesn't see that.
What is this about?
A lot of things have changed since I left here. I have to get back on my feet somehow.
What's the problem?
I have to get into the upper quarter. But I'm not a citizen of the town, and I don't have enough money to bribe the guards. That's where you come in.
So you want me to lend you some gold?
Nonsense. I've got some gold. A whole lot of gold, even. Unfortunately, I don't have it with me. You need to go fetch my gold for me.
Okay, I'll help you.
Well, listen. Back when the barrier was still in place, I hid a small treasure. It's been quite a while. That's why I forgot to take it with me. And I can't leave here at all at the moment. To cut a long story short, you must go to the Valley of Mines for me and fetch my gold.
You listen to the wrong people.
Where's the gold hidden?
Directly at the trading square, above the abandoned mine. It's in a leather satchel. Spare yourself that comment. I know myself that we must have walked right past it. Just bring me the bag. But don't forget to check that it's the right one, so you don't walk all that way for nothing.
How can I recognize it?
It's full of gold. A whole lot of gold.
I agree with you completely. That's really not my problem.
But no, he insisted he knew better.
Is it really true?
Nothing amazes me anymore.
I'll try to find your gold.
Just do it. That's enough for me.
I'm not telling you anything new.
That was obvious all along.
I found your gold.
Great. Show me. Very good. Gerbrand had better watch out now. Listen, I still need to take care of the guards. I want you to take this letter to Gerbrand. He is one of the fat merchants in the upper quarters. Give him my regards. I'll meet you in front of Gerbrand's house then.
That's been going on a long time.
Trouble as it is. That was obvious all along.
It was quite obvious.
Go away. Don't tell me that.
That's the first I've heard of it.
Hey, you! Diego says hello.
What? Who? What Diego?
And he wants me to give you this letter.
That can't be. No. Oh, a goner. Is he in town then?
Who?
Diego, of course.
Yes, I'm gonna meet him here shortly.
Oh, this is the end then. All is lost. I've got no time. I need to get out of here. Quick! If he finds me here, I'm done for.
That's been known a long time. That's no secret.
Hey!
Filthy thief! Just you wait!
Oh, man. My head.
Are you looking for anything in particular?
Yes, for my current assignment, I need the claws of a snapper. But not just any old claws. It would have to be something special. The claws of a mighty beast who has killed many men already, or something like that.
Where can I find snappers?
There are a few of them on this island, but most of them live in the Valley of Mines.
And what's in it for me?
I could get you a ring of invincibility.
I'll see what I can do. I've got some special snapper claws for you.
My customer will be happy to hear that. Here's the ring I promised you.
Show me. I delivered the letter.
Very good. How did Gerbrand take it?
He was rather shocked and made himself scarce right away.
I should think so. I'm afraid that, first of all, I need to attend to furnishing my new house. If I remember correctly, Gerbrand's taste is horrible.
The house is yours, then?
Yes, from cellar to attic, with all the furnishings. Having spent several years in less than befitting quarters, I'm looking forward to sleeping in a soft four-poster bed. And then, for breakfast, I'll have a fine wine and some excellent ham.
You don't miss any chances, do you?
You betcha.
So how did you pull this off?
Did you think that Gerbrand came by his fortune through honest business? Of course, he never got his fingers dirty when it came to really shady deals. He had a helper for that. Of course, I caught on to a lot back then. Gerbrand finally got rid of me. He was probably afraid that I knew too much.
You never told me about that.
You never asked me.
What about Gerbrand?
He has enjoyed the good life for far too long. He was living here in the lap of luxury while I was forcing down meat bug stew. I have no idea where he went from here, but he'll never get a foothold in Khorinis again. I'll see to that. If you're looking for him, you should try the Harbor District.
What about my share?
Looks like you haven't forgotten everything I've taught you after all. But you're right. I couldn't have done it without you. Here's your share.
If you take one more step by Innos, I shall knock you down.
I'm back from the Valley of Mines. I need to speak to Lord Hagen.
All right, you can go in.
Cornelius lied.
How did you know that?
Here, I've got his diary. Everything's in there.
That slimy little criminal! In view of the new evidence, there is nothing else I can do. By virtue of the office granted me by king and church, I declare that the prisoner Bennett is exonerated of all charges and is thereby a free man. Cornelius is to be taken into immediate custody for perjury.
I bring you news from Garand. Here, he gave me this message for you.
Our situation is worse than I had feared, but report to me on the situation in the Valley of Mines.
The Paladins are holed up in the castle in the Valley of Mines, surrounded by Orcs. There were many casualties in the prospecting operations, and there's barely any ore left. Well, I should say that without any help, the lads are lost. That's how it looks.
I shall find a way to rescue this expedition. You have done much for us. Innos will thank you.
I'm not all that interested in his gratitude. I want his eye.
Yes, of course, I stand by my word. Take this letter. It will open the monastery gates to you. Speak with Pyrokar, the highest fire magician, and show him this authorization. He will grant you access to the Eye of Innos. One more thing before you go. Take this rune as a token of my gratitude. It will take you safely back to the city whenever you want.
How's the situation?
I must find a way to rescue this expedition. We must do something against the dragons. Perhaps the Eye of Innos can save us all now.
You can't rely on that.
That's all just gossip.
Show. Instruct me in the art of alchemy.
What do you want to know?
Hey! Show me.
If I...
Wait a minute.
I can sell.
Wait a minute. It's been a...
So great was the wrath of Beliar, he came across the land and chose the beast, and Beliar spoke.
The missing people have come back.
Yes, you did it. Their journey has come to a good end. But our own journey must go on. So go with the blessing of Addonos. Addonos, bless this man, light his path, and grant him the strength to withstand all dangers. May Addonos light your path.
Someone's here to relieve you.
Have the matters beyond the northeastern mountains been settled?
Yes, they have. Raven is dead, and the threat has been averted.
Ah, that is good news indeed. Now, let us hope that such things will not happen again.
Hey! Will you stay in the city now?
One of us has to be here if Vatras leaves the city. One more thing I wanted to say to you. That really was a heroic feat that you accomplished in Jharkendar.
Unfortunately, I'm still not finished with my tasks here in Khorinis.
True, but I am sure that you will master them as well, Preserver.
We'll see.
And chose the human. And Enos spoke to him, and the human became his subject. And Enos gave unto him a portion of his divine power, so that he might undo the work of Beliar.
Hey! Hey, you! Hey! Hey!
So, back to working in the fields?
Hey, the guy who saved my life. Yeah, it's more hard labor for me now. Especially with those two nutty brothers. Oh man, the bandits weren't that bad.
Is there any other news?
Someone keeps stealing my sheep lately. I haven't been able to sleep properly for nights.
Who could have done that?
I've got a hunch about that. Some really nasty fellows have settled into the caves over in the forest. I find it hard to believe that they're living on berries. I'm almost certain that's where my sheep are disappearing to.
Did anything else happen?
My sheep keep disappearing.
About your farmhands,
You brought them back. You're one brave man. Take this gold as a token of my gratitude.
Hey, you bum. You haven't come about that sheep, have you? You stole the sheep from Echo the farmer. So what? What are you gonna do about it? Give me that sheep and I'll punch you in the eye. And look out, boy. All hell's about to break loose. Nothing there. Come with me. I found the sheep rustlers. You were right. Those fellows in the forest cave did it. They'll never steal sheep from you again. Thanks. You sure are a strange mercenary. Not at all like the others I know. Take this as a small token of thanks for the selfless favor you did for me. Very good. Here's a few gold coins. I hope it's a... Certainly. He never would have thought of that himself. And that's the truth. Is it really true? No one really wants to hear that. It's a bad business. I couldn't get away with that. It's a bad business. Hey, you!
Hey, you. Hey, you. Ever been to the monastery?
Maybe. Why?
Are they still taking on people? I wouldn't know where else to turn.
Where do you come from?
I used to be captain of a big whaler, my boy. The sea is my home. My ship, the good old Magdalena, was sunk by pirates a few months ago, and now I'm stranded here. All I ever wanted was to go back to sea. Since I've come here, not one schooner is called at this accursed port. The only ship which is anchored in Khorinis is that blasted war galley of the king, and they don't take on anyone. So what else can I do? There's no work for me in town. I've tried everything.
You'd better get off the road.
Don't worry. I've already noticed that the wilderness out here has become damn dangerous in the last couple of days.
Hey! I need to get into the monastery. It's urgent.
I can't let you into the monastery. I'll get in trouble with the High Council. Without the permission of my superiors, I can't let anyone into the monastery.
I've got a letter from Lord Hagen.
Show me. All right, here's the key to the monastery. Pyrocar is in the church.
How did you get to the monastery so fast?
What kind of a question is that? I crept through the pass and made my way straight to the monastery. Admittedly, it was never easy avoiding all the monsters making themselves at home on this side of the valley, but ultimately I encountered fewer problems than I expected.
Do you know where the others are?
Gorn seems to have coped with his stay in Garan's dungeon very well. In any case, he wanted to go to Lee and see what was happening on the farm. After the grub they serve in the dungeon, he's probably stuffing his face right now and putting the mercenaries' provisions to a real test. Diego mumbled something about a reckoning. No idea what he meant by that. But I suspect he's in the city. You know him, always there when there's something to be had.
Do you know anything about the hooded figures?
No, but I have a bad feeling about those guys. Be careful if you run into them.
I do not know why you were allowed to enter the monastery. I am Palin, and I am responsible for our novices. I do not want you to keep them from their work with stupid questions. Is that clear?
I shall do what I please.
There must be reasons why you are tolerated here. But there is a limit to everything. If you cause trouble, you'll pay for it. So stay away from the novices.
Path of virtue is long.
Do you really think?
What can I do for you?
Have you got anything interesting for me?
No.
Hey, you!
So it says in scripture.
Hey, you!
I couldn't get away with that.
How are the sheep?
How do you think they are? They stand around and munch grass. I'd rather know what's happening outside. The magicians seem to be very nervous.
Strangers in black robes roam the countryside.
What do you mean? What sort of strangers?
Nobody knows where they've come from. They wear long black robes and they cover their faces. They seem to be some kind of magician. At least they're capable of magic.
That sounds very disturbing, but I'm sure that the High Council will solve this problem.
Only Innos decides what's right or wrong.
Can't go on like this forever.
There are dragons in the Valley of Mines. They are besieging the royal troops together with the army of orcs.
Dragons? I always thought they only existed in horror stories.
They're there, believe me.
But the king's paladins will deal with them, won't they?
We'll see.
He thinks it's as easy as that.
That's just what I said.
I'm staying out of it.
So it says in the scriptures.
What's your job here?
I prepare the paladins for their fight against evil.
As if I don't have enough problems.
I used to say that myself.
But there are only magicians and novices living in the monastery.
That is correct, in contrast to our community which honors the word of Innos. The paladins honor the great deeds of our Lord above all else. We are the representatives of Innos, but the paladins are his warriors, who go into battle in his name and increase his glory.
Fair punishment.
That'll only cause more trouble.
He really should have known better.
Is there anything you can teach me?
I am an expert in the magic of ice and the magic of thunder. I can teach you their power. However, I only instruct magicians.
Pretty obvious.
That will never change.
You have to feel sorry for the poor guy.
He really should have known better.
You should have known better.
Tell me that isn't true.
That'll only cause more trouble.
I am Master Highglass, guardian of the fire and keeper of the knowledge.
What are you studying, Master?
My research focuses on fire, the power of Innos. It is his gift and at the same time a mighty weapon, and I create runes which contain his power.
What are you doing here?
What exactly is your job?
It is my responsibility to train mages in the art of spherical manifestation.
What does that mean?
Well, I teach them how to summon creatures or beings from other states or spheres. This is usually called summoning, although this expression alone is insufficient for the art of calling a servant. Furthermore, I own some interesting spell scrolls which Gorax does not have.
How are your studies coming along?
The enemy has many faces. Which of them presents the greatest danger for the monastery is awfully difficult to determine.
Show me your wares. I'll never get this open without
What
the
do you
right
want
key.
here? See, that wasn't so hard.
I used to say that myself.
Who told you that?
Can I be of assistance to you?
What's your task here?
My tasks are many and varied. Not only am I the steward, but I am also the treasurer. Moreover, I supervise the wine cellar, and I'm in control of the monastery's food supplies. So, if there's anything you need, you can always come to me and get it. For a modest contribution, that is.
I need a few things. What are you doing here?
I must not speak with you. It's not looked on with favor if we talk to strangers.
That doesn't sound terribly happy.
Well, I mean, everything is just fine, really. Only, oh, I don't want to complain.
Oh, come on, you can tell me.
And you really won't tell the magicians?
Do I look like I would?
All right. I have a problem with one of the novices. He's got a hold over me.
Come on, spit it out then.
Xardas, that's the novice, found some of my private papers. He threatened to give them to the magicians if I don't do what he says.
Maybe I can help you.
You would do that?
Well, that depends, of course.
Naturally, I'd pay you for that.
How much?
Of course, I don't have much money, but I could give you a spell scroll. I have a healing spell.
I'll see what I can do.
Honestly, it just has to work. So, you only need to find out where Xardas keeps the stuff. Then you swipe it from him, and everything will be just fine.
Relax. You just continue for now. I'll see to the rest.
That's totally obvious.
Hey!
Been there, done that.
How's it going?
I thank Innos that I can be here in the monastery.
So what was your business in there, huh?
Could have told you that. You should have known better.
I've got...
Really? Oh, thanks. You've saved me. I don't know how to thank you.
Yeah, just calm down.
Are they really mine? Are you sure? Show me.
Here they are.
Yes, they're complete. Did you look at them?
Does that make a difference?
No, just as long as I have them back. Whew. Now I hope I can rest easy again.
say that myself.
Is there anything else you wanted to...
Dismissed. You know what you have.
Any news?
Not at the moment. Go and complete your tasks.
I have come to take the Eye of Innos.
I see that you have received an authorization from Lord Hagen himself to bear the Eye of Innos. I am afraid that I have to disappoint you. We have fallen victim to a treacherous plot of the enemy. The Eye of Innos has been violently taken from these sacred walls.
Who did this?
Evil is cunning and usually works in secret. Only rarely do you see it emerge to pursue its evil machinations in broad daylight. But these days, it's a different matter. The enemy now shows himself openly in the street, in every home and every public square. This can only mean that he no longer fears any adversary and is not going to shrink back from anything. One of our most faithful followers, a candidate for the high robe of the Magicians of Fire, has changed his allegiance unexpectedly, and in an alarmingly evil manner. Pedro. The enemy has taken possession of him, thus inflicting a terrible defeat upon us. Pedro has forced his way into our most sacred halls and stolen the Eye. I fear that he simply spent too much time by himself, outside of the gates, and thus beyond the protective walls of the monastery, exposed to all lurking dangers.
I've come from the old Valley of Mines.
What do you have to report?
The enemy has formed up there with an army of orcs and dragons.
We have already learned that from Milton. But what about the king's shipment of ore?
The mine they are digging for Garand in the valley cannot satisfy the demands of the king.
The days are becoming grayer, and the light of the sun is ever weaker.
I was attacked by men in black robes.
I know. Those are the Seekers, henchmen from the nether realms of Beliar. Beware of them. They will try to take possession of you. Once possessed, you will no longer be yourself. Only here in the monastery could you find help then, so be careful. Here, this rune will bring you directly back to the monastery if you need our help. Remember, we must offer resistance or we shall all be doomed.
Where did the thief flee to?
Pedro knocked down some of the other novices who tried to stop him and disappeared into the morning mist. Many novices have gone after him to bring the Eye back to its place unharmed. If you want to catch up with them, you need to hurry before Pedro disappears out of your reach. One more little thing. Stay away from the roadside shrines. We have heard that some of them have been desecrated. No one can say what effect they have now. It is not your task to solve this problem. The paladins will take care of this matter.
Not so fast. I have another task for you. A mercenary for hire of your kind could be of use to us in this matter.
Whom should I kill?
For Innos' sake, no one, of course. This business demands a bit more finesse, you lout. Salandril, the alchemist from the upper end of town, is guilty of a serious crime and must be punished for it. However, he has refused to come to the monastery to be judged. Bring him here. How you accomplish this does not matter to us. You will, of course, be rewarded.
Isn't that the militia's business?
The militia is responsible for the city alone. This affair has far-reaching consequences.
No problem. I'll take care of it.
Good. We expect to hear from you in a few days.
boss deals out fair punishment.
The beast, and it entered into Beliar's realm.
Someone's got to do the work.
Hey, you!
I've heard you were with the Paladins in the Valley of Mines. I'm impressed. You should take your time and browse my goods. Right now, I have a very special potion to offer.
Show. You go to the monastery now to be judged.
What? Have you gone off your rocker? Like hell I will. Those miserable magicians don't have the slightest proof against me.
I have my orders and I'm going to carry them out, so either you go now, or I'll make you.
What? I'll drag you through town by your collar like a filthy rag. Well, we'll see the next time. All right,
So, are you going to the monastery now, or should I give you another?
You'll live to regret this. Yes, damn it. I'll go to that monastery, but don't you think you'll get away with this?
Watch out who you tell that to.
That will never change.